Good afternoon, my name is Daequan Porteous. I am the CEO and founder of Therapeutic in-school behavior intervention services, where our mission statement is we are here to provide low poverty average students with behavior intervention counselors to help redirect students who struggle with controlling their negative impulses and help achieve academic success. Overall, in a lot of urban districts, young males and females have trouble, acting out in school or being very impulsive towards direction in terms of trying to get instruction from a teacher. My goal is to come in with trained special counselors to help, kind of redirect that behavior and kind of, help build a more positive learning environment.
Okay. All right, how y'all doing? My name is Tyler Lau. I'm a student at Virginia Union University studying criminal justice. Looking to get into, a little bit of, counseling and also helping the youth develop themselves into something greater than they already are. Because we all possess some things that we may not know about, and it just takes that good thing to actually bring it out. So, a few hands, I just want to know what you want to do when you get older. Anybody?
I want to be a cop.
You want to be a cop. Okay, so what are you going to do to be a cop?
Be good.
Be good? Okay, you got to go to school too, right? Okay.
How was it? Bad. What do you think we need to do to work on that? You good? Why were you acting out?
Yeah, but
There has to be a reason.
She said y'all was down.
Anything going on at home? Why you feel like you needed to act out? You think sometimes you need a couple breaks throughout the day? Not give the teacher a hard time? Alright. So we're gonna work on that, right? Alright, come on. My support staff, they will be basically working aside with me in the field, getting into classrooms where they can actually provide the necessary support that these young students need so that they can be successful academically. I'll let them introduce themselves from right to left. They're also students from Virginia Union University, college students who are just trying to make a positive impact in young children's lives.
How you doing? My name is Farrell Whittick. I'm a junior here and a mass communications major at Virginia Union University.
Greetings, I'm Lamar Pearson, majoring in criminal justice, and I'm a junior.
Hi everybody, this is Zachary Folsom. I am a sophomore here at Virginia Union. I'm majoring in entrepreneurial management.
How you doing? My name is Zyshawn Small. I'm a music and theater major. I'm a sophomore here.
My name is Byron Jones. I'm a sophomore here and I'm a religious studies major.
Bernard Jones. I'm a psychology major and I'm a sophomore here at Virginia Union University.
How you doing? My name is Kahari Johnson. I'm a junior here at Virginia Union University. I'm an education major.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Entry. I'm a history and political science major and I'm a sophomore here at Virginia Union University.
Our goal, we have an acronym which stands for Generate Opportunities for All Learners. We believe that all learners can learn as long as they have the necessary support provided to them so that they can be successful. Some of our main key points are decrease the number of absences, tardiness, and truancy. A lot of children are not, too in tune with understanding why absences, tardiness, or truancies are, important. Their parents are not as involved in their lives. With that being said, they kind of overlook whether they have to be on school on time or actually in the classroom. But if a student is not in the classroom, how can we expect them to lead tomorrow? Help promote a healthy learning environment. If a child is always disrupting the class, how can they learn? How can other students learn? It's going to be a very difficult situation as far as, disturbing other students and also disturbing the teachers. We would like to alleviate teachers from having to actually, deal with a situation right then and there. My counselors who are trained to actually deal with interventions and provide that type of support will pull them out of the classroom where they can either take a break or, just get that one-on-one time that they're looking for. Which comes to my next model, which is lead. Learning every day about decisions will uplift the future of tomorrow. Hopefully you guys can take my initiative into perspective and kind of, push it into these school systems so that we can help redirect and change the students' lives. Thank you. Overall this year I learned a lot in my organization communication class. From the beginning, even with working with the DISC assessment, which kind of shows you how different learners, how people operate in the work world, how people operate as far as, you know, just their natural traits. I learned a little bit about myself, and I learned how I can deal with coworkers at work and how I can deal with administrators just by if they're either dominant or, you know, if they're a little bit passive or whatever. That really stuck to me. Another thing that I learned in my organizational communication class is about how things don't always work out as planned, you know. And one of my case studies that I had to do for the class, I had to work on a research where a girl, she thought that she had a job. She was working as a contractor with one organization. They sold the organization to another organization. She thought that she would be automatically transferred over just because, you know, that's what they guaranteed her. To make a long story short, she lost her job. So that also showed that, you know, at times in an organization, things are not always consistent, and you always have to have a plan B. I learned a lot from just doing this project in itself. Hopefully, if possible, one day I could actually make this project come true and, you know, help students who are in poverty, who struggle with their behaviors, kind of like how I struggle with my behaviors. I didn't have someone to help guide me, and I believe if this was actually to be implemented in school, it would be dope to actually, you know, help provide students with that necessary support that they need, and teachers, because as a teacher right now, I would love to have somebody in my classroom helping me out if one of my students start to act out, because that would not only stop any disturbances, it will help everybody else be successful at learning, because everybody else will be able to focus on what's going on or what I'm trying to provide through instruction, rather than someone, you know, screaming out, or, you know, someone, you know, fighting due to just uncomfortable circumstances. But overall, this semester I learned a lot through Dr. Claiborne Payton, and I appreciate everything that she's taught me. Thank you.